The pick for Walker. Jefferson against Butler. Walker with a clean look.
He's been ice cold throughout the second half, really struggling to get a basket.
The three-pointer no good.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Smith wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. The Hornets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Stevenson kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Good night of work for Kidd-Gilchrist. He's got 10 points and 1 steal. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
Yeah, he's doing all those little things that are so important. I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's Smith penetrating, and that one's good. Smith's got 40 points.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
Hornets trail by 21. To the middle, stolen by Noah. Rose against Walker. Smith dishes to Rose. Back to Smith. Pass to Butler. The three. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 7th assist here tonight.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Jefferson, a screen on Rose. Walker the pass to Jefferson. Into Smith. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Smith's got 42 in the game.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Jefferson down low, working on Noah, but he stays with it. Now Rose. He feeds it to Butler. Pass to Smith. The dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. For the Bulls. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the period.
Henderson with a screen on Heinrich. And Roberts kicks to Henderson. The dish now to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the drought. Mirotic grabs the miss.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Smith checked in for Mirotic.
Smith.
Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 17-7 run. And Smith gets double teamed.
Jump ball.
And so here's Charlotte.
Ball.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
I understand that they're trying to be aggressive, but still, I mean, you can play fast, but still play efficiently, but they're not doing that right now.
And Roberts kicks to Covington. Connects from three-point range.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted to do.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And you always like to jump on your opponent early in a season series. This is just the first of 3 between these two teams, but a good win to go up 1-0 on the year against the Hornets.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Smith. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Doubled by Smith, and Roberts kicks to Anderson. The feed now to Muhammad. Can't get it to go. Smith with the defensive effort. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the inside. And there's the pass to Bairstow. Smith outside. Shoots the 3. Henderson pulls it in. Shoots it up. And he hits the jumper for 2. Smith wide open. He fires. Off on that one. And so...
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
I just put in so many hours in the gym, and playgrounds and everywhere in between. And my shot, it's just as consistent as it gets. I can make most shots blindfolded, honestly. Making them in the game with my eyes open, that's a piece of cake. As you can see from the stat.
Well done. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game. On the road looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. And a one-game homestand for Atlanta as the Hawks will try to recharge their batteries on their home courts. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Seeing where the Hawks are, boy, they've been one of the big stories of the early season so far, and for all the right reasons, too.
Yeah, that's right. They've been better than anybody could have predicted to this point. They don't have a lot of star power, but they play together. The pieces seem to fit. And, they were flying under the radar, but all of a sudden now people are starting to recognize how good they are.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
And so it's Atlanta with it. The Bulls getting the bucket. Chandler right side. Back to Teague. 5 to shoot. Pass to Korver. Pulls it from the elbow. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Korver's got his second basket of the game. Here's Rose. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Now here's Rose. Smith outside for the 3. That drops. Smith's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get... that wide open?
Outside Teague. Millsap a screen on Rose. Teague the pass to Korver. 6 to shoot. Charity stripe shot. Jump shot is good. He has 6.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against Orlando.
And I think, Kevin, they really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
Here is Korver after the made shot from Smith. Chandler's shot, good.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Rose goes in. The Hawks leading. Fast break. The Hawks all alone.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you
Are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
You see the space he had? I mean, there's just an obvious speed disadvantage.